I'm Rosa. I come from Iceland. I'm an independent lighting designer in Iceland.
I'm August, and I'm a land designer in Norway and Iceland.
So he actually comes from Norway. Yeah. Not all the way from Iceland.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's Icelandic though.
Of course.
We are going to talk to you about diversity of light in Iceland. We're going to show some of our projects, and we're going to talk about the diversity of light through our projects. As you might know, the Iceland lies just above the Arctic Circle, so during summertime we have 24 hours of daylight. And you can see on the left-hand side, this is a typical summer evening, even just, I think I took this photo at midnight. And then we have winter evenings, and this could equally be a midnight shot as a midday shot, actually, on the right-hand side. So we have this really extreme lighting conditions. And although we might be really used to it, we have tourists in Iceland. It's our actually main sponsor, if you would say. And we have to think about them. I mean, they're not really used to these extreme lighting conditions. So whenever they wake up or go to sleep, if you would say, during summertime, they really can't go to sleep because it's just daylight outside. So their brain is like, it's like children in Iceland, they say, oh, Mom, no, it's still daylight outside. I don't have to go to sleep. So what you see in this photo is a really thick curtains that you can close the daylight out, if you would say. What you also see in this photo is a pretty awesome landscape. You can see the lava, you can see the blue lagoon and everything. So really what you want to see is that you want to enjoy the view and the light that comes in. What you don't see in this photo is a special light source that was actually designed for this is actually the new Blue Lagoon retreat. It's just opened a few months ago. And what a mentor of mine, Guðjón, you can see him on the photo on the right there. They all laying in the bed, and he's telling them what to do and what they're experiencing. He came up with this luminaire called Sun and Moon. So you can have a really, really bright light. If you wake up, you're a tourist and wake up in the wintertime in Iceland, you draw the curtains and you this completely darkness and you want some light. So you can have really, really, really bright light, but you can also have almost like a picture of the moon. You can't really see it there, but it also goes down to really hot color temperature and also just a projection of the moon. So what you actually could see on the other photo that's right there, you can actually have a little bit of light then, but enjoy the view even from the bathtub. So here you can see it on and off. Another challenge, and some of you might not even just realize that this is a challenge, doing landscape and lighting at the same time in Iceland. Because you do the landscape mostly in summertime, and you can't really do the lighting in summertime. You could put the poles down, and you can see there's some street light over there, new ones. There are some poles that have the projectors on, and what you can't do is you can't aim them. And the street lights, they don't come on 3 months a year. So this is a photo in June or May, and we couldn't really do the lighting until 3 months later, in August, September. So actually what we found out then that we had to adjust the street light, and we needed, there were some projectors that were used, so there's no possibility of doing landscape and lighting at the same time in Iceland. So the thing is, as well, everything that is automatically controlled, if you say to a client, well, we just have it an automatic thing, like a daylight system or any control system there is, that is taking, or you could say, taking daylight conditions or just daylight conditions from outside and adjust the light inside, is really a challenge, because there's a joke people say in Iceland, and we say it to all the tourists that kind of land. We say, if you don't like the weather in Iceland, just wait 5 minutes and we'll change. Because you can have snow, and it's not a joke, is it? No. You can have snow, you can have heavy snow, you can have a heavy rain, and you can have bright sunshine in just a matter of 5 minutes. So offices, schools, things like that, where we have a set amount of daylight, it's really difficult to, it's really challenging. You can do it, but it's really challenging to have it on an automatic system. We had it in one school, and they would just, by the end of the week, they're like, can you shut it off? Because it had the curtains going up and down, and the lighting doing, like, it was just like, no, there's no way of teaching here. So sometimes during summertime, it's not always good to be a lighting designer in Iceland during summertime. So what I actually got myself into this summer was this project, where I kind of found a project there where they were building a house inside a house. So I was like, yeah, okay, I can do this, because this was a project that we had to have complete darkness, because we are actually, there's 100 years ago that we were free from the Danish. So we are exhibiting the old sagas, or old manuscripts, that actually Game of Thrones, what's it called, the one in New Zealand, the Hobbit thing, what's it called? Lord of the Rings, thank you. And all of these old, they're all actually told to be based on these manuscripts. I'm done for today, but August here, he's gonna go a lot deeper and a lot more deeper inside, actually, into the ground, and tell you some of his projects.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just try to go under the surface during the summer. Maybe under the surface of the earth, or just inside a glacier or something. That's much more fun. No daylight, really nice. For example, here we have into the glacier. It's a 500-meter long ice tunnel in Iceland, in the second largest glacier in Europe. In this tunnel, the lights are really a crucial part of the experience. Without the lights, it would not be the success that it has been, one of the biggest tourist attractions in Iceland. We managed to fully integrate the lighting into the nature, giving natural colors through the ice, giving guests the possibilities to explore the inside of a glacier and making it a spectacular experience, of course with help of lighting. Including backlighting the ash layers in the walls from eruptions decades ago. For example, there, somewhere there you can see Eyjafjallajökull, the one and only. It was definitely not the easiest project that I have been a part of. The glacier is moving a few meters every year. As well, the temperature inside the tunnel is always around 0 degrees. It's even minus 30 outside, but it's always 0. but the Letts really liked it. They have the second largest glacier in the Europe to cool it down. It was not as good for us because it was melting the ice. So we had a lot of experience about trying things, trying sensors, and finding out the right time, so we're not melting the ice. So it was a bit between 5 and 7 minutes. That's the longest time that we can have. In this project, we used DMX control system to control all the scenes in the tunnel to maximize the overall experience for the visitors, and of course to help us with this problem with melting ice. Okay, that's nice. Okay, everything happened. There. I'm going to start with this one. And here we have Rauðavárasellir. It's a tunnel, lava tunnel, about 30 minutes from Reykjavik. It's a 5,000 years old lava tunnel, about 1,300 meters long. Our project was to lit up the first 400. The landowner decided to make it safer and easier for visitors because the years before that has been accident on people. People just going in there with just a cell phone and just walking there. It's really stupid, exactly. It's really slippery. You're going up from 0 meter up to 15 meters and down, and you're just climbing really high rocks. So it was installed pathways, stairs, and lighting. So people can have the possibility to experience a magnificent place in an easy way. The light is playing a head role in the experience, magnifying the natural colors and the greatness of the tunnel. One of the most, or the biggest thing there was to find the place for the lamps, so you could see it, so it was not, so it would not be part of the scene like you see here. It's no, you can't see any lamps or any cables or nothing. So, this way, sorry. Here we have the end stop. Of course, we was not, we didn't want people just to, of course, experience the dark as well, total darkness. So at this point, at the end point, the guests just experience 1 minute of total darkness, and just a few drops. You just hear drops falling down from the ceiling to the surface. It's really amazing. Of course, I love the light, but this is fantastic as well. But if you go further there, you can still have this experience of darkness, because the tunnel leads about 1,300 meters inside. So it's still guided tours with no lights, just the headlamps with a really bad color rendering and so on. So there you can first have the greatest colors and then go inside there and experience the total darkness. But still we had a problem there with the daylight, because in the first 100 meters we have 3 big sky openings there. So we had to keep that and finish that in, I think it was in August, September. Yeah. So to be safe, on the safe side, the plan next summer is to go even deeper under the surface, 160 meters direct down in the earth. So hopefully no daylight. Thank you very much.
Takk fyrir.